why is it important to keep your business plan simple? An example of business plan here. So this is a copy of a real business plan. When I say simple, I'm not necessarily implying short, or I'm not really implying like lacking detail. So when I'm saying simple, I'm meaning we want to try and narrow in the vision. We want to keep the story nice and clean and easy to understand without trying to fully get the lender to understand everything you have in mind for the business. So a few reasons why keeping it simple, and what does keeping it simple mean, is it's easier to understand the scope of the project. So for example, just using this business plan here, probably one of the best examples I can make of how to keep a business plan simple is making the executive summary do a lot of heavy lifting. So the executive summary, in my opinion, should essentially be a quick highlight reel of all the important sections down below in the business plan. So that's a really easy way to keep it simple, because you can just kind of quickly and succinctly outline everything right there in the executive summary. So if your business plan's getting too confusing to really explain in an executive summary, then you might need to simplify some things. Talk about yourself. How do you know what you're doing? That's a way to keep things simple, is make sure your lender understands, hey, I know what I'm doing. I've got relevant experience. If you don't have relevant experience, what kind of skills do you have that are applicable? And does your partner have experience? Are you hiring key employees? Like, keep that nice and simple. Outline what's the opportunity. What's the idea? In this case, it's a laundromat, right? So we're specifically mentioning, this is how many units we're going to have. This is where it's going to be located at. These are our objectives. Now you can see in this one right here, which I'm about to kind of encourage you not to do this. But in this case, this client was very eager to open up additional laundromats down the way. But a key component of this is that's not where they wanted to start. And that's also not where they needed to start in order to get the first laundromat to be successful. So if they could get the first laundromat online, get it operating to where they think it would be profitable, right? So even if their plans are to open up a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth location, locations 2 through 5 have no credence over whether the first one should be successful. So we don't want to invite or distract a lender with your game plan beyond location number 1. All we need to focus on is getting approved for the financing for the first one. It's easier to understand the scope of the project when you're just talking about one unit. So keeping it simple for everyone involved, you, for the lender, the underwriters, everyone.